Sure, it was difficult growing up with Tourette syndrome as a kid, you know, especially with Jehovah's Witness parents. We'd have to attend church meetings on a regular basis. And these church meetings, they were like libraries, you know. When you got going, you could hear a pin drop other than the person speaking on the platform, which, you know, wasn't great when your outbursts contained things such as "Jesus sucks big black cocks." So I can understand it being a difficult thing for Mum and Dad as well as it was for me as a kid. Now, strangely enough, there was often a bunch of deaf Jehovah's Witnesses at the front of the church, just near the platform where the brother would be speaking and giving his talk, and they'd be listening to what he had to say via sign language. And of course, because they're deaf, they would quite often have their own little outbursts at inappropriate times, and you'd hear all of a sudden, and that was completely ignored, discarded by every other brother and sister. They'd look straight ahead at the guy on the platform, talking away, and give no mind to this outburst by the deaf people. But heaven forbid the little 7 or 8 year old boy who has his own conditions has an outburst, you know, like "nigger slut," something like that, or "God like sucking monkeys' cocks." There was no forgiveness whatsoever, not even a tiny little bit of forgiveness. You know, this became quite embarrassing for me, as you can imagine, and I know it did for Mum and Dad as well. But I turned it around a little bit and used my Tourette's to my advantage, because I'd get home from school on a meeting night, and Mum would always quiz me, you know, just to be sure as to whether, you know, it was okay to take me that night. And she'd say, "Sean, are you calm today? You know, you're feeling relaxed and quiet, and we're going to be able to take you to the meeting." And you sit there and listen and learn. And I'd say, "Well, Mum, I have been very quiet today, and, you know, I've been looking forward so much to going to the meeting, you fucking $10 hooker! Fuck you! Please let me go, Mummy. I'm really wanting to learn Jehovah's Witness." And she would say, "Okay, Sean, perhaps just go in your room and do some homework." And I mean, no kid wanted to go to the meeting, I can promise you that. I don't care if you're a Jehovah's Witness and you think that, "Oh, I know my son and daughter, they love going to the Kingdom Hall," and whatever. Let me tell you now, kids don't like it. It's not a very nice thing. So I ended up not going to the meetings and staying at home and pulling my willy and watching things I shouldn't be watching on the television and stuff like that. So having Tourette's was a huge benefit for me. And I've got to say, I use it to my advantage nowadays as well, you fucking bitch whore!
That's me, myself, and I.